All right, guys, we're back again with episode 7 of the D&D Express. As our adventurers are just about to get attacked by a gigantic shark from the deep, from the sunken ship that they have just entered into. And as they begin to watch this thing come at them, everyone is going to begin to roll for initiative, which they've already done. I have those numbers already right now, but they're also going to be rolling for perception. So, Mr. Muck, you mentioned that you rolled a 20 for perception.
Right.
Phileas rolled a 7. Ocho for perception, and Rockstar for perception.
I rolled 12.
12. And Rockstar?
9.
9. Okay. So, Mr. Muck, you can see that this shark is attached to what looks to be like a gigantic chain that is held down by an anchor. So the anchor that is generally for the ship has been attached to around the tail end of the shark. And as it jolts towards you, you see the anchor begin to almost drag, and you can kind of see a part of the link that is starting to bend every time it tries to jolt towards you. So it's like the shark is like trying to bite at you, but imagine like teeth in your face that is like it's just barely reaching you before it gets to you, and it's just biting and biting and biting, and you can see this chain link that is beginning to almost like recoil and snap. Okay, so right now it's in front of you guys, but it can't seem to reach you. So first up, let me see here. Okay. All right, so first up with the first attack would be Mr. Muck. So you can see now, like I said, as I mentioned before, the chain is holding this shark back, but it doesn't look like, you don't know how much longer it's going to hold itself with all the jolting that this shark is doing as it begins to try to attack as much as it can.
Okay, I'm going to look back at the party. Are we fighting this thing? And I'm gonna turn to the shark and say, hello, sir, is there an issue?
So when you have seen Gilly before, Gilly was obviously like a shark, shark, not man, but like a shark creature. This shark more so looks almost like there's no reaction when you speak to him. It's almost like he's just almost like a pet, as far as you can tell. I guess you can kind of sense that there's no reaction when speaking to this animal.
So, is there a difference? Like, are there sharks that are people and sharks that aren't?
Yeah, like this is this look to kind of tell the difference between the two. I mean, Gilly, not to say like he looks like a shark man, but I guess you can kind of say that, like it looks kind of like a shark man walking around, whereas this is just like a 100% shark. Like there's no features it's not wearing armor, it's not wearing like any clothes or anything like that. It doesn't have any like.
He doesn't have like a little bow tie.
Yeah, nothing that would resemble him being like some sort of just wanderer like you guys.
All right, then I will dive at him with my dagger and stab him with it.
Okay, so now you are right in front of it. So now you are close enough where he can attempt to bite you back. So you're gonna try to hit him with a dagger. Okay, go ahead. Roll for attack.
Like 20.
Yep.
Okay, and then damage is 6.
Ooh, okay.
6 piercing damage.
6 piercing.
That's my turn.
So, as it begins to like lunge towards you and begin to like bite, you manage to, as it just misses your face, the dagger goes underneath its I guess it's shark chin, I guess it's shark jaw, I would say, and you can kind of see the dagger pointing through below its chin, and it jolts back. Are you doing anything else? Are you going to move back, or are you going to stay in front of it now?
I'm going to stay in front of it, and that's all I can do.
Okay. So next up is... So it was 6 damage, right? Okay. So next up is, I believe, Rockstar.
Okay. I'm going to I'm gonna take the food that I ate before, and
Okay.
I'm gonna try to eat it
All right.
from where we're above.
All right.
I'm gonna go nom, nom, nom.
Lunch break.
And roll a 1d4.
1.
All right. So eating this food that was dropped from the top of the pond, as you guys managed to get a few morsels here and there, you managed to fill your belly, but at the same time, your wounds seem to be slowly kind of closing as you gain 1 HP. So you regain 1 hit point.
And I'm gonna say in game. I just remembered a story about the food. It heals you. And then I'm going to slowly kind of try to float a little bit, get some distance without making vibrations and whatnot. And then, do I still have a bonus action, or was that my action?
So that was your action because you're just talking in the group. So you can do you're gonna float towards closer to it, like behind where Mr. Muck is, or no?
No, I want to be like further away from it,
You want to get away? Okay, so
towards like the ship.
okay, so I'm gonna say that you go halfway between the ship, and so you're about halfway between the ship and the shark.
Okay.
All right. Next up is Ocho.
Let's go.
Okay. I am going to use my thorn whip. How far away is it from?
So right now it's pretty close to you guys. Like, I mean, the only person that is standing close enough to get hurt by it is Mr. Muck. He's like standing right in the front of its face. So I would say you're about 5 or 10 feet away from it.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna use thorn whip on it.
Okay.
$15.
Yep, that hits. How much damage do you do?
Yeah, I'm just rolling.
Okay.
Gotta get them rolls.
3.
3. All right. So a quick little thorn whip manages to hit it on the top of its head as it takes 3. Is it piercing, I'm assuming?
It's piercing damage, yes. And it also pulls it 10 feet.
10 feet towards you?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh.
If it can. If it can.
I don't know about that. You're pretty small, so this is...
And it's chained down, isn't it?
This creature's... Yeah, exactly. Unless you're, like, super crazy strong, which I don't think you are. Like, it's not a magical ability. It's just, like, a thing, right? It's just through strength.
It's magic. She's casting a spell.
Do you want it to be towards you? Do you want to try?
No, I don't want it to be pulled closer to me, but it just says in the spell, it says if the creature is large or smaller, you pull the creature up to 10 feet closer to you.
All right. Well, if it happens, it happens. So at this point, you manage to pull it towards you, and you can see, Mr. Muck, that the anchor is now being pulled even closer as it drags further across the ground. And now the anchor has like left almost the ground and has caught a part of the ship. As Poe and Gilliam, you see like and hear a loud as the grinding of the anchor pierces the side of the ship and begins to tear open a bunch of the walls, and you see a bunch of leftover like debris fall out into the ocean walls. As Poe and Gilliam, you start to hear a what was that? And you can hear noises coming from behind you. As now the shark is right in front of Ocho. And now with that happening, the shark is close enough to Ocho to take an attack. So Ocho, it is going to do, it's going to attempt to try to bite you.
Ocho!
And that it rolled a 2 plus 6, so 8.
Misses.
All right, and it tries to attack, but it's as it goes to attack, the weight catches onto the ship and it pulls the shark's teeth back further enough where it just snaps right in front of your face. As next up is Phileas.
Oh yeah, so Ocho is close enough to the shark that it's within like 5 feet, right?
Yep. Not a
So
you're still further away from it. It's basically just right in front of Ocho. Mr. Muck, the shark is now when the shark kind of got pulled in, it got close enough to you. I want you to take an attack of opportunity because it's kind of like slid by where you can just like stab it in its side real fast. I forgot to do that, sorry.
Ooh, I rolled high at like 23.
It hits.
Okay, and another 6 points of piercing
All
damage.
right. As the shark gets pulled in, you stab it in the side, and the shark is getting pulled as the dagger it's in its side, and you begin to see large amounts of blood flying out like in front of you. You're basically covered in a pool of blood, and you're up. Sorry, Phileas, one more time.
Okay, I am going to raise my staff.
Okay.
And one of Ocho's tentacles is gonna glow
All right.
as the water kind of coalesces around it. And I'm using my bonus action to cast my Guardian of the Depth tentacle off of Ocho's tentacle. So it's a big watery tentacle. And I'm
Ooh.
gonna slap the nose of the shark with it.
All right.
Wow.
So it's like one really buff, long tentacle comes
That
out
just-
of Ocho's arm.
Okay.
And that is going to be a 18 to hit,
Yep, that hits.
and I'm going to be dealing lightning damage. So, Ocho, you'll see it's like static electricity arcing through the tentacle as it deals 5 lightning damage.
Nice. So this gigantic tentacle just grows on you, Ocho, as it's not even in your control anymore. As you can sense that somebody else is kind of, it's almost like that feeling of you can no longer feel like you're limb when you sleep on it at night, and it just begins to just do its own thing as it's slapping and hitting the shark, releasing electric shocks similar to the thunder shock that you had before.
And then I'm going to use my action
Sure.
to shoot an Eldritch Blast of bubbling hot water at
Alright.
the shark.
Okay.
Ooh.
And that is a 22 to hit.
Yep.
And that is going to be 2 force damage.
All right. And with a little bit of bubbles, you spew almost as if like coming from like the bottom of like the ocean where like you can see, I forget what they call those things, like geysers, I don't know what those are, but anyways, like
like heat vents.
Yeah, heat vents. Yeah, the heat vent feeling begins to overwhelm the shark as it just begins to almost singe the side of it. Now for Gilliam and Poe, we're going to shoot over to you guys real fast. On Gilliam and Poe, behind you guys, you hear a loud rustling as you can hear clanking of not doors, but it sounds to almost like just, rustling of bodies, questioning what is happening as you begin to see on the outside of the ship. If you guys were, because where you guys are, you're the front of the ship. Nobody's actually in there with you, but you can hear in the distance that people questioning like what's going on, like, huh, what's going on out there? Go on and see what's going on. And you can see a few fish in the distance that are kind of watching from the other side of the ship. So the ship is broken in half, and you guys are in the front of the ship, and the other part of the ship is kind of further like down, deeper into the sea. You can still see this. It's not like it's broken too far out, but it's just split in half. So between the ship, there's probably around 10 or 15 feet of broken pieces and just debris and like sand and stuff, and then on the other side is where you can see these little these little fish creatures beginning to kind of watch what is happening. So I'll let both of you guys take a turn to decide what you want to do at this point.
Okay, do they appear to be like hostile in any way?
They're not like running over there to attack the shark. They just want to know what's going on. They're just watching as this shark is up there doing something. From where, like, it doesn't look like they're trying to like run out there and run with spears or anything. They're just kind of sitting there watching the action happen.
So like they don't appear to be hostile toward the shark or us for that matter then.
They don't see you. They don't even notice you.
Okay.
They're watching what the shark is doing above.
Okay. How far away is the shark from me?
You would have to probably swim about, like I said, 20 or 25 feet up.
Okay. I will probably then go and attack the shark.
You're gonna swim up?
Yeah, I'll swim up and attack the shark.
Okay, so you swim up, and as you do, roll initiative.
18.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna let you. So I'm gonna let you kind of join the fight. So you're now in the fight. So I'm not gonna let you attack right now because you're kind of just swimming up to join the group.
Sure.
And then Poe, what would you like to do?
Seeing Gilliam go up and kind of join the fight, I will also join.
Okay, so you also swim out there as well too. And I'm assuming you're not going to go right. You guys are not going to go right in front of the shark. You're going to go close enough to be kind of like near your friends. Roll initiative as well too, Poe.
I rolled a 7.
A 7. Okay.
I just wanted to get in spell range too, Trav. That's all.
Sure, that's fine. Yeah, you're pretty far away from. I'm assuming that you're not going to be like right in front of it, but for maybe 10 or 15 feet away, that close enough where you're gonna be able to hit him without having to hit without risking hitting one of your friends.
Yeah, like my spell's got like a 60-foot range, so like that's how far away I'm looking to be.
Do you want to just stay in the ship, or do you want to be like hovering above the shark then?
If I can stay in the ship and hit it from there, then I'll do that. Yeah.
Okay, I'll let you stay in the ship then. So you don't swim up. Do you want to change where you go then, Poe, or you still want to go up?
For me to join the fight, I actually have to be closer, so I will swim up, but I'll only swim up about 15 feet and maintain about a 15 feet distance from the shark at this point.
Okay, so then it would be now Rockstar's. Rockstar, as you just are about to kind of like decide what you want to do next, you see a friend appear next to you as Poe is kind of swimming up beside you now.
Okay. I will try and cast a spell. How far is the shark from me?
You're once again you're both 15 feet apart from the shark.
Okay. I'm going to try and cast a cantrip.
Okay.
And I'm going to try and use Sacred Flame.
Okay.
Ooh.
So I think you have to take a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. 14.
That meets it, beats it. So
Yeah.
nothing happens, right?
Nothing happens.
Mhm.
It doesn't take half damage or anything like that.
No.
Okay. All right. So you try to like blast out a little bit of like a flame, and in the water around you kind of just absorbs the flame and it dissipates it in your hand. Are you casting with your hand or like a staff?
It comes radiating out of my shield.
Oh, out of your shield. Okay. You have a bonus action, so you can decide if you want to do anything with that. Now,
Yeah, I'm just gonna stand behind. I'm gonna move 5 feet toward the ship
okay.
and then just wait.
Okay, so you're even closer to Gilliam. Gilliam, you are up.
Cool. I will cast Toll the Dead.
All right.
Dong. So you have to make. Sorry, this is the wrong spell. A wisdom saving throw.
All right, 11.
Wasn't I before Rockstar?
Rockstar rolled a. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Muck. You rolled a 20. That's right. Sorry about that. I wrote down. I had that next to you. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry about that.
That's okay. I'll go after whoever's going right now.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just trying to find my D12. There it is.
A D12.
Yeah, he's taking damage, right? The shark?
Yep. He rolled 11.
Big
For wisdom.
spender, D12.
So he takes 9 points of damage.
Oof.
Ooh.
Okay.
Good.
Good. Okay, so you managed to. Is it like an eldritch blast, or like what does it do? Like what is it? Is it just like a circle of like negative energy that revolves?
Paint a picture in our minds.
Yeah,
or for the viewer.
so what I do is I'll reach up into my gills and I'll pull out like my little pearl that uses my spellcasting focus, and I will just kind of shrilly drag it along my quarterstaff that I carry as well, and from that you'll see kind of like a almost looks like sonar, like what you would depict sonar as traveling through the water as it like hits the shark in a head, and he kind of like buzzes for a minute and loses focus on what he was doing.
Okay. As you cast that, and manage to kind of almost make it feel like it doesn't, like it feels sick to its stomach, it's beginning to recoil and go. It's no longer jolting towards Ocho, as it kind of like is whimpering, almost like a hurt dog, almost like, as it's like it's beginning to realize like I shouldn't be attacking these people, like they're too much for me, and is going to try to is trying to swim away. As it does, Ocho and Mr. Muck, you guys have an attack of opportunity.
23
hits. And Ocho?
8.
All right. So Ocho, unfortunately, you were unable to hit it as it flees away from you, but Mr. Muck, you're able to. What are you going to do?
I'm going to throw my dagger and try to hit it right in between the eyes. And I hit, because I rolled 23, I'm guessing, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I rolled a 11 damage.
Oh my god. All right.
Because I got sneak attack.
As it's swimming away, you almost like swim past. So imagine like this giant beast is swimming down, but you manage to stealth at the same time that you're doing this as you swim past, and you and the dagger between the eyes as it just releases like a loud shriek into the ocean, and it begins to just descend even quicker, and as tons and tons of like dark red goo kind of expel like outside of the shark as it goes behind the ship. It's kind of hiding behind. It's kind of just gone deep, and you can see now Gilliam, you can kind of see that these men that were kind of like watching this fight are now rushing towards the shark, and you can hear like oh no, like they're just like yelling like what is happening kind of thing. So the shark has now gone away, and it's now hiding behind the other side of the ship. So to kind of paint a picture for you guys, for what you guys have seen before, that Ocho decided to go down, or sorry, that Mr. Muck decided to try to sneak into, was the front of the ship that is cracked, and the ship is cracked in half, and you guys were in the front of the ship, which you guys were exploring. The front of the ship leads to obviously like a big opening in the middle. Then you can see a little bit of sand that's separated into the back of the ship. That is where Gilliam was able to see these fishmen in the distance that were kind of watching the fight happen. So now the shark has gone away.
It sunk like deep, like to the ground.
It's gone. It didn't die. Like it didn't just sink. It ran. It was still going away, and it just is now hiding behind the other side of the ship.
Is it within 120 feet of me, or is it farther away?
Let me just see. So you are hovering up above about 20 feet, and let me see. And if it's kind of like further away from you, going down to the other side of the ship, I would say it's probably, if not just on the edge of that. So it's probably not too far away than that. Like I would say 120 if on the dot.
Okay, so I'm gonna close my eyes and focus, and it was made pretty clear that we can tell that this is not a person, but this is some sort of animal, correct?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to close my eyes and almost make some clicking noises.
Okay.
And I'm using my Scion of the Deep ability.
Okay.
And I want to try to mentally communicate with this shark.
Okay.
So I'm going to be... so I will say through these clicking noises, because I can telepathically communicate with beasts that have an innate swimming speed.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And I'll click, and I'll be like, "My apologies for our harsh actions, beautiful creature of the pond. Please forgive us."
All right. Is it able to communicate back to you, or how does it generally work?
It actually.
Like, does the spell like allow you to hear what they're saying?
The creature can understand and can respond telepathically.
All right.
So it's up to you based on how intelligent it is, how much it can respond.
Okay. So so as it as it is like going away, and you kind of feel sorry almost for what you did, you kind of realize then that maybe this isn't just like a shark that just wanted to hurt you guys, that it actually was just protecting stuff. You know, maybe it was there to protect things around it. It was almost like a guard dog, and you decided to attack it even though it was only doing what it was told. And as you say those words, it responds with, me hurt, me hurt.
Me hurt.
Beautiful, sweet creature. My greatest, humblest apologies. We will not harm you anymore. We just are looking for a man named Octavio. Do you know this man?
And
He is an octopus, many-legged man, 8 to be specific.
It just does not respond after asking those questions, but it's you can tell that there was beginnings to like whimper as the voice of it fades away into your.
Okay, so I can get that. So it'll turn to Poe and Rockstar, I believe, are close to me, correct?
Yeah, you're near everybody except for you're near everybody except for Gilliam, and Rockstar is actually a little bit further away though.
Okay, but okay. Everyone, I believe it was just some sort of guard shark.
We should kill it.
No, it is a beautiful creature made and living in the pond.
I think we should kill it.
I'm pretty weak, so if we could avoid further fighting, that would be good with me.
Has anyone found anything interesting in this ship, Gilliam or Poe? You were just there.
There's people in there, but I don't really. We
Yeah.
didn't have time to like investigate much.
Everybody
Should we-
roll a perception.
Perception.
Gilliam, roll perception with advantage.
Phileas rolled a 19.
I rolled a 7.
14.
14.
I'm pretty sure I got 16, but let me just double check really quick.
14.
16, yep.
Ooh, 3
All right, Phileas, as you kind of are communicating with the shark that you were just trying to like get any type of information out of it, as soon as you release the word Octavio, the shark is trying to talk back. Like you can hear like the Octave, and then it cuts out as you almost see through the shark's eyes. Giant tentacles begin to like wrap itself around the other side of the ship, as like massive tentacles just are now hugging like outside of each window that is broken inside the ship, as a blast of darkness fills the like darkness of the pond that you guys are in, and you guys are now unable to see whatsoever, even with your light source that is coming out of your little necklaces. And you guys
Companions! Group to my voice, companions!
What is this stuff?
you guys
Oh my goodness.
you guys begin to
Guys.
kind of taste what tastes like a weird goo, as we are going to end this session.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Okay, wow. I was not expecting that.
He just
Yeah.
inked all over us.
My inks.
So that is where we're going to end session number 7. But I mean, we could possibly continue on and do number 8. We'll see, though. Thanks again for listening, guys. And I hope you guys are enjoying the campaign so far. We're trying to make these short and sweet, but enjoyable. So I hope you guys are enjoying the campaign. And we see you guys in the next episode.